Drizzle, drizzle.
I just got off the phone with someone I was seeing, and she asked me how my day was going, and I explained I was at the airport. And then she said, "I'm glad you got there safe." And I said, "Yeah, I had to take an Uber." I had to block her. You hear I'm taking an Uber to the airport, and your first move is not to open up Venmo and send me money? Are you even a real woman?
I was talking to her like a month ago.
Right.
And I told her I was finna get my retwist and haircut.
She better be paying.
And she was like, "Ooh, you finna look good. You know, make sure you send pictures."
Oh.
And I'm sitting there thinking like, you're not gonna cash out me?
Bare
Apple
minimum.
Pay, Zelle, Venmo?
So, just in case you guys were unaware of, soft guy era is essentially a parody of a viral trend that happened last year. It was called soft girl era, where pretty much you had women wanting to go from independent women to going to more semi-traditional. I wouldn't say it's completely traditional, but semi-traditional roles again.
It's a gender war. Okay, that's corny. Anyways, I'm just kidding, guys. It's an online parody, as Sherm said. It's a bunch of guys that are coming online and they're using reverse psychology against certain types of women that go online and claim that they want a man, or to state that they want a man to take care of them because they're in their soft girl era. They no longer want to be strong and independent. They want a man to hold it down for them. And so, but the problem is a lot of them say the most outrageous things. I've seen videos where the girls, like, they literally sent money back that their man sent them. It was like $50. She wanted a lunch and sent it back saying, "No, I need 100." I mean, it's kind of ridiculous.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, that was crazy.
Just ungrateful. This is ridiculous. So now guys are hitting with the Medusa. I saw it in the comments. Someone said Medusa, the only way to defeat her was by showing her reflection. So that's what guys are doing. They're showing these women their reflection, and they don't like it.
I mean, listen, this is just a funny troll. Do I think anything's going to come from it? Absolutely not. There's never been a time where I've ever argued with a woman and something positive has come from it. I mean, this technically isn't an argument. It's just a passive-aggressive troll. Because I think at the end of the day, a lot of men are just fed up with how the dating scene is right now, and this is their way of pretty much giving them the middle finger.
Yeah. I mean, you said you do not think that it will solve anything, but I actually question myself, is this the antidote? Oh!
No.
No?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're probably right.
Here's the thing. Is it hypocritical of the same women who are doing soft girl era to get mad at soft guy era? Absolutely, right? But if you hate the way the dating market is right now, the best thing to do is to withdraw yourself from the people engaging in behavior that you dislike. I don't think complaining or trying to go back and forth with people that you don't want to date in the first place is ever going to do anything. The best thing to do is just to reward people who are given the behavior that you want. De-incentivize the people who are actually doing the behavior that you dislike. When you think about just people in general, men and women, most women want a good man. So the women that actually want a good man are going to be forced to respond in a positive way if they're not getting the kind of results they want, or they're going to end up being lonely forever, you know? Or the other option is do like some guys do and just leave.
Don't want a passport, bro?
I don't know if I use that terminology, but you know, you can leave anywhere. Let's say you're
talking about a passport, Pookie?
I'm not saying all that. I'm saying, listen, if you live in Kansas and there's a bunch of girls in Kansas. I know, right? It's off the map. Or if you live in New York and there's a bunch of women in New York, you don't like the way they act, why not go to Kansas? Listen, there's 1 million people on this earth. 1 million people. I shut up. I guarantee you that there's more than that. I guarantee you have not met 1 million people. There's plenty of options out there. Do a lot of options suck right now? Absolutely. Is dating pretty much online and you're getting judged in one format? Absolutely. You're correct.
Okay, so since you want to take it serious, because I was clowning in the whole video, but I'll get serious with you. So my whole thing is I agree with everything you said. Plus, I'll add on top of it what I always say. If you're a man and you want something serious, you got to level up yourself. And I don't want to sound like a dating coach or anything like that. I'm the furthest thing from that.
You don't need any more of those.
None of that. But I do believe in improve yourself, become the best version of yourself, man or woman. But we're men, we're talking about the dating market from a man's perspective. If you're a man, you want a good woman, level yourself up and increase your chances of finding that woman you want. And put yourself in a position to where you have leverage. And I'll add to it, since we're being serious, as bad as it might sound, play some good defense. And I hate to have to say that, but when I say play good defense, I mean learn some things like, what are the laws of your state? Or is it common law marriage in your state? If so, you might not want to shack up with a woman in your state. Get a prenup or possibly don't get married in the eyes of the state. look into what child support laws are in your state. Is it default 50-50 custody or is it something else? So just putting it out there. Not a good decision.
But you did make a good point though. That at the end of the day, this is just fun. It's just tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, it's passive aggressive tongue in cheek, but tongue in cheek nonetheless.
Yeah, I think a lot of these guys that are making these videos, they're not even making it to like try to change these women's minds. They're just straight trolling them.
Yeah.
Because the people that are responding to these videos, they seem like they're actually upset.
Yeah.
Versus the guys are just clowning around. So maybe they're having fun. I don't know.
Because that's one thing I will say though, is that I do see a lot of guys thinking that this is going to change anything. That's why I stated that's why I stated what I stated. I do see a lot of guys thinking, oh, okay, see, if we're doing it back to them, they're going to understand how it feels, and they're going to stop doing it, they're going to stop. I'm like, guys, that's not going to do anything.
That's
not going to do anything.
Yeah, for those guys, give it up. Don't waste your energy.
Like, just think about, like, when you're a kid, right? So when you're a kid, you're in grade school, what would happen? Girl liked you, she would pick on you, right?
Yeah.
So she'd pick on you, she'd take your crowns and take your markers. And what happens when you try to do it to a girl? She'd tell a teacher. It never worked out in your favor. Applying that same logic in the real world doesn't work.
And actually, I'm happy you brought that point up because when I was watching these clips, I thought to myself, I get the idea of flipping it around and making them. The thing is, let's be honest. Can we say that?
Yeah, we're different.
I don't know if I can say that.
We're different.
We're different. So therefore, no. I mean, I get the idea, but we're not. Men and women probably don't want the same things on average.
Yeah.
Don't hurt me. So.
I mean, dude, I think if anybody were to ask their mom what they'd want and ask their dad what they want, you get two different answers.
I'm sure. I would agree.
So, I mean, if you're hypersensitive about that, I don't know what to tell you. Go ask your parents. All right, so ultimately, am I going to say that this is a good or bad decision? I think if you're purely just trolling and you're having fun, then it's a good decision. But if you're actually thinking this is going to do anything, it's a bad decision. You're not. You're just playing yourself. What do you say?
No, I agree.
Okay. All right, decision makers. So, if you think this was a great troll, leave a like, leave a comment. If you think this was absolutely pointless, leave a like and leave a comment. All right, decision makers, keep trolling. We're out.